Hello everyone, today I'm going to show you exactly how you set up your own WebSDR. I'm going to be using the OpenWebRX platform and a Raspberry Pi for the device. The Raspberry Pi needs to be a 3B plus at least for the right amount of processing power for this operation. So first you need to basically load the image onto the Raspberry Pi's micro SD card. So get the micro SD card, load it into your Windows PC. I've loaded mine in, and basically once you've done that, you need to then download the Etcher software in order to load the flash image onto that SD card. That's from a site called Berliner Etcher. So click on this site and then go to their download page and basically download. Here it is, download for your PC. Once that's downloaded and installed, open it up. Quite a simple software to use, and what you can then do is download, leave that open, go to the OpenWebRX website and download the Raspberry Pi image. I'm actually on this page at the moment, but yeah, go and download the Raspberry Pi image from the OpenWebRX website. Once that's downloaded, that was quite a large file, so it will take quite a bit of time. Basically extract all into the folder. This is what you'll get. OpenWebRX full is the one you want. Extract it so it's no longer zipped. Here's one I made earlier. Once you've got that all extracted and unzipped, go into your Etcher software. Basically choose that file. So flash from file, you go and pick that file and basically click open, and then it will load that onto your SD card. It takes a little bit of time because it's quite a large file. Once it's done, basically you can open the SD card up on Windows, although it'll change. Basically, it will change all the formatting of it, so Windows won't be able to see it. So you'll come up with loads of things saying, do you want to format it? Just ignore those warnings. Do not format the card because you'll just overwrite everything you've loaded on. But once you've done that, you should then see the one thing you will be able to view is the boot folder, which is one I made earlier, is this. So this is my SD card. All I can see is boot. Once you've got the boot folder, you need to right click and create a new text document called SSH. Just call it SSH. And then that's it. It's an empty text document. Doesn't need to have anything in it. Just call that SSH. Also, you can, what I've got above here, this is the WPA supplicant config file. That's for Wi-Fi if you want to kind of boot into Wi-Fi. However, I'm not going to mention that in this video because I cannot get that working. But the one you do need is the SSH one. Okay. Once you've got that installed and saved, you can pull out the card and plug it into your Raspberry Pi. Turn the Raspberry Pi on, connect it to your router. Then you might need to nip into your home router to find out exactly what, log into your router and find out what the IP address of the new Raspberry Pi is, because it'll be on DHCP, all part of the image. Once you've got that, you basically just click to log into the IP address, and mine's given it 83. So all I did was click into a web browser 192.168.1.83, and then that brought up this window. So once you've installed the card into your Pi and you've connected to it via the IP address that it's been assigned by your router via DHCP, pop that into this browser. You'll open this window and you'll see that it's the waterfall is moving and it's operational. One step I have forgotten to mention is obviously I've got an RTL stick plugged into the USB of the Pi. The Raspberry Pi 3 that I've got has got about 5, I think, four USB ports on it. I'm not sure it would be able to cope with 4 devices plugged into those ports. I think you'd need an external hub, externally powered hub, in order to get that to work. But for now, just one RTL SDR device is working fine. Then the next thing you need to do is you need to create, you need to go into settings and create yourself an admin account so that you can change settings, etc. So to do this, we're going to use the SSH protocol in order to log into the Raspberry Pi. That's the reason we put the SSH file into its boot folder. So what you need to then do is you open up a terminal window. So here's my terminal window on your laptop. All you then type is, let me show you, I'll go further up. You type basically SSH, here it is, SSH pi at, and then the IP address that you've been assigned. So 192.168.1.83. Click yes, that you're happy to go in, blah, blah, blah. It'll basically log you into the prompt window. What you then need to do is, I've got a list of them here. These are the commands that you need to use in order to add a user, basically. You can list users, so I'll keep that page on. You can freeze frame it there if you need to. That website's a GitHub, basically, user management wiki for OpenWebRX. All this information is available online. So back into SSH, based on the commands here, you basically type OpenWebRX admin add user, and then add the user name after it. So I've just called that admin. Once you click, once you've clicked it, it has to be sudo, by the way. This is a good example here because it's said that it's not writable. It's come up with a load of errors because I typed in it directly. Tried it again, it still didn't work. What I then did is type sudo, and then it worked. So here we go. I did a list first, saw there was none, then I typed it again. So WebRX admin add user admin. Okay. Yeah, please enter a password. So you pop your password in, done that, create the user, job done. So that's done. Once you've created the user, you can go back into your web browser, click on settings, type your username and password that you've just created in here. And then what it will do is it will log you into the settings tab. Then you can go to general settings, you can put in the call sign, etc., location, all the details of the site, upload images, etc., etc. There's lots that you can do in there. Apply and save, and that's it really. Finally, all you need to do is, if you want to get this so that it's possible to be viewed from external to your network, you then need to create some port forwarding on your home router in order to get it so that it can be seen by the outside world. So all you need to then do is go in and get the port name, number, and then obviously create a forwarding rule on your router, and then you should be able to see that externally. The other option is to use a DNS service, but I'm not going to go through that on this video. That's one for Google. Anyway, I hope that helps you. It's quite a quick whirlwind tour of how to set these up. If you've got any questions, feel free to make comments in the description and video comments page below, and I'll see if I can help. Failing that, there's a lot of information on Google if you're prepared to search. That's how I basically got this working. Good luck, and I look forward to listening to your WebSDR. Thanks for watching.